Hello everyone, and happy Monday. I hope that you all had a beautiful weekend, and I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Valor Fennekin saying, let's go in the chat and dropping the Pikachu manatee emojis. TCG Battle says, yo, my Nakama, I'll make it for the start, but it's late where I'm at, and we'll have work in the morning. Well, I appreciate you, my Nakama. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially if it's late where you're at, and I hope that you're having wonderful travels. Appreciate you, Slick Rick, my Nakama. Make sure you go subscribe to TCG Battles if you haven't already. Callum Davis is in the chat. Hello, Callum Davis. Blake Mayhew's in the chat. Hello, Blake Mayhew. Tommy Lindell. T-Dog's in the chat saying, hey, Albino. Hello, T-Dog. How are you all doing? I'm excited today because we're going to be ranking all of the TCGs that we collected in 2022. And we did a lot of variety on the channel. And I'm also going to be opening up some packs today as well. We're going to finish off the packs that I didn't open up on Friday, and I appreciate everyone that was showing the support on Friday. I appreciate everyone that reached out afterwards, and the fact too, I am doing a lot better. I ended up just, working out, watching the fights, hanging out with the homies. I had a really good weekend. I played in a OnePiece tournament that I took down again with the Rush Zoro deck, so I'm feeling a lot better. I was able to kind of clear my head, and I appreciate everyone for the support. Thank you. TCG Battle says hello from Switzerland. Let's go, Switzerland. That is awesome, Slick Rick. I love that. That is wild. I think this isn't your first time in Switzerland, or is it? I feel like when we talked in Vegas, you had mentioned before that that's somewhere that maybe your company had done conferences and stuff before you traveled to. Do you like it in Switzerland? How is it? Ken X says, hey, how are you doing, Ken X? And I apologize if I'm misremembering anything TCG Battles, Slick Rick. Callum Davis says, how are you? I'm doing really good, Callum Davis. I also just got done. I was playing some Fortnite with Pokey Baller Mike. Glalie Games. Let's go. Filbert plays. Arya Quinn plays. Ashley, Arya Quinn's mom. So it was a lot of fun. We were getting into some family hijinks, and we actually got 2 dubs. So and a dub right before I just started streaming right now. Tricky Card Gamer says hello. How you doing, Tricky Card Gamer? Hashtag SDC says Mystery Box Monday. Well, sort of actually. It's funny that you mentioned that, SDC. I was like, I haven't purchased a mystery box, but I do have something. We're going to switch over to the card game. It's kind of a mystery. This is one of the Christmas presents that I still haven't opened yet. So this is a leftover Christmas present. So I don't know what it is. So we're going to be opening up a little mystery box Monday today before we get into the opening the variety. How are you doing, Callum Davis? And thank you for asking how I am. I'm going to pop over into get some music playing as well. And shout out to PokeSurge. I saw PokeSurge is opening up some Crown Zenith early. So I hope he's getting some fire pulls for everyone. Gladiator Collectibles in the chat. Yo, Albert, what's up? Says, what's up, bro? How you doing, Albert? Albert says, I'm going to the local game store and trading my PS2 collection. That's sick. And PlayStation 1 collection. What are you trading in for, Albert? That's hype. Honestly, I would love to see. I heard you mentioning before that you're trying to thinking about some long-form content ideas, and I apologize again if I'm misremembering. But maybe it would be cool if you did a video of, like, I traded my PlayStation collection and this is what I got with it, and, totaled up the value and everything and showed what you got for it. That'd be pretty cool. But awesome. I hope you're able to get good deals for it. TCG Battle says, yo, Gladiator, and says, yeah, I go early. It's a little too cold for my liking, 10 to 25 degrees, and I have to walk everywhere. Yeah, that sounds definitely a lot colder than it would be in California or Vegas. So I hope that you're able to stay warm where you can. Stay warm indoors, TCG Battles. Ken X is doing fine. Counting change to send to the bank. Nice, Ken X. Stocking up. Hey, taxes are coming, so I like everyone's preparing for the fiscal season. Callum Davis says, I played Fortnite a long time ago. I got 6 wins. Nice, Callum Davis. That's a good number of wins. That's a dope idea. What's up, Rick? Says Gladiator Collectibles. Let's go. I'm glad that you like the idea. Thank you, Albino. I try, says TCG Battles. I love to hear it. Yo, Albino, nice win today. Yes, Ash, I was just talking about. We got a couple dubs. We got 2 dubs today, and both of them were very fun, especially the one that we just got right before we started. Blake Mayhew says it's freezing rain in Maine. I am sorry to hear that. I am very sorry, Blake Mayhew. I wish I could send my Florida sunshine up your way. Also on this stream, we're staying hashtag hydrated, drinking water on this one. Pokemaniacs Packs dropping the kissing emojis in the chat. Yo, Dave, happy to see you across the pond. How are you doing, Dave? If you haven't subscribed to Pokemaniac Packs already, make sure you go subscribe. Stay warm, Blake, says TCG Battles. All right, hashtag SDC. Let's see, what are we going to get in the mystery box? What is going to be inside of here? Actually, I don't even, you know what? I'm kind of jumping the gun that it's Pokemon product. I don't even know. I'm assuming by the shape. It feels like it's an ETB. What is it going to be? Oh, Silver Tempest. Yes. This is a good ETB. There's still a lot of cards that I'm collecting from Silver Tempest. From Sword and Shield 2022, I'm still trying to finish off the master set for the Trainer Gallery for Silver Tempest and Astral Radiance are the two sets that I'm still trying to get a couple cards from. And you know, every now and then it's fun to take a dip into Lost Origins and try and get that flying Albino Manatee, the Aerodactyl, but Silver Tempest has got a lot of binder love that we could potentially get. And in fact, you know what? Before, I'm going to crack the seal on this. I'm going to take the packs out. But before I actually start opening up the packs, I'm going to go over what binder love we still have missing. And you know what? There's one other thing that I haven't even mentioned yet. I got a CGC card returned over the weekend. Shout out to Pokeballers, always getting me the good grades on my CGC cards that I submit through him. We submitted another Final Fantasy card, a card that I revealed earlier on the channel that I purchased as a single. I purchased it from Titan Cards, another Florida PokeTuber, or well, card tuber, I should say. They do a ton of variety. But we got the Sephiroth, the CGC Pristine 10 Sephiroth. So that was a beauty there to get in the Pristine 10 back. I'm super happy with that grade. And this is a beautiful card. It's the Yoshitaka Amano artwork illustrated. So really happy. I wanted to post that one on the Instagram, but I was like, you know what? I got to show it to the live Manatee Nation first. They deserve the first peek. TCG Battles says, Susan, hello. Hope you are doing well. Thank you, TCG Battles. Look at the music replaying because looks like I had started the playlist at the very end of the playlist accidentally. Tricky Card Gamer says, nice, dropping the fire. Let's go. Thank you, Tricky Card Gamer. I appreciate that. So we got 8 packs in the ETB. And then we have, I think, 3 packs of Pokemon Go left over from last stream. So I'll start off with the Pokemon Go. We got the 3 promos there. We'll open up the Silver Tempest, and then I'm going to get into the ranking of the TCG products. It's going to be a shorter stream today. I'm just planning on going for about an hour, probably till 6 o'clock. And then we've got someone in mind that we're going to try and raid if we can make it to 6 o'clock. So we'll start off first with the Pokemon Go 3 packs. I hope all is well, dear. Let's go, Dave. Thank you for dropping the well wishes. And the positivity. I hope everything is well for you too, Dave. Susan's dropping the fire. Or the hugs for Pokemaniac Pack. Egg Incubator. Apom. Meltan. Hope you're having a great day, Susan. Squirtle. Tranquil. We got the Charmander. We got the reverse Egg Incubator in behind here. Can we be cooking a big hit? Oh, we got a Dragonite! My favorite Pokemon. First pack magic. That's a nice one. First pack, we got my favorite Pokemon. I'll take that as a good sign for sure. Can I send in card to trade for booster packs? I'm sorry, Blake Mehu, unfortunately. I mean, if there's... I'm very particular about what cards I collect, Blake. So it would be... I'm going to have to probably say no. I mean, if there's cards that you want to reach out... Man, I'm going to have to probably say no, Blake Mehu. I'm sorry. I'm just super particular, and I'm actually in the point where I'm trying to kind of sell off cards from my collection, so I apologize. Spinnerack. Pikachu. But I hope I try and reach out to if you have any local gaming stores in your area, because maybe you can trade in cards with them. Or I recently set up an eBay shop where I've been moving some of my singles, so maybe even you can try eBay. Bulbasaur. We got Sylveon reverse. I have been considering, I don't want to, but I have been considering doing rip and ship content because I do want to keep pack openings going, but I'm not as personally as interested in collecting as much of some of the sets as I had been. I don't want to, what I mean by that is I don't want to master set every set like I was before, so we'll see. I'm looking into options. I'm thinking about things. Ooh, we got 2 packs in a row. We got hits. We got the Mewtwo now to go along with the Dragonite. Tricky Card Gamer making the oogling face in the chat. Please pray for my cat Buster. He has a cold. I am sorry, T-Dog. I am sorry, T-Dog. I hope that Buster can feel better. Blake Mayhew says, do you have Fusion Strike? I need some Fusion Strike. Unfortunately, I do not have Fusion Strike, Blake Mayhew. Right now, I think I have Silver Tempest and Astral Radiance. I have like an ETB of each of them. Bilal and Card says, I'm going to try and complete this Crown Z in the set. It will be my first time I've attempted to do so. Yo, let's go, Bilal and Cards. What's your favorite card from the set from the Crown Zenith? What card would you be most excited to pull and collect? TCG Battles says, Tommy, I hope your cat gets well. Yo, or gets better, you said. I hope so as well, and I love the positivity there, TCG Battles. Susan says, aw, poor Buster. Pokemon Mike says, Albino! Hype, hype, hype! Let's go. Hype gang, Pokeballer Mike, how are you doing? Congrats on the 15K, soon to be 16K, and congrats on the Fortnite dub that we just got as well. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you, homie. Charmeleon. Reverse. What do we got behind it? Ooh, we got a Pikachu. I'm always happy to see a Pikachu. So that's a nice 3 packs of Pokemon Go there. We got a Holo Pikachu, we got a Dragonite V, and we got a Mewtwo V. 3 packs there. I would say 3 good cards for sure. And then we got a couple packs of Silver Tempest. I got them all upside down. And then we'll get into the tier listing, which I'm excited to go over today as well. Robert Bass Knight says, PBM pulled me here, yo. Thank you, Robert Bass Knight. And thank you, Pokeballer Mike. Appreciate you, Rob. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. How's your day going today? Bilal and Card says, besides the gold cards, the Raikou Altar probably. What about you? Yo, nice taste, Bilal and Cards. The Gen 2 legendary dogs are some of my favorites as well. I would definitely want to collect all 3 of the legendary dogs, and then Glaceon and Leafeon. Those are the cards. You know what? In fact, I can pop up Bilal and Cards since you asked. These are the chase cards that I've got from V-Star Universe. Yo, Robert Bass Knight, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Manatee Nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope you're having an awesome day. What's your favorite Pokemon, Robert Bass Knight? And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Murkrow. Emolga. Hashtag nothing but dubs. Amen, Pokeballer Mike. Amen. Smurgle Reverse. And what do we got behind it? Metagross Holo there. That's a hit. First pack magic there out of the ETB. Pokemon Ash says, Robert Bass Knight. Hey, hon. Let's go. Loving the positivity. He's laying on the couch with me, says T-Dog. Well, I hope that you can spread some warmth to him, and hopefully Buster can start to feel better, T-Dog, and recover. Filbert Plays. Hashtag Crown Gang. Yes. Filbert Plays was getting dubs with us as well. That was awesome, Phil. Awesome, awesome games. Please cross off the fist bump energy, says TCG Battles. TCG Battles, stop. TCG Battles, stop. You're saying dangerous things in the chat to me right now. You're going to make me blush, TCG Battles. Appreciate you, homie. Fist bump energy for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rapid Dash Reverse. Shout out to Broke Ace and the Poke Twins. And our K9, one of my favorite Pokemon there. Let's go. James Rich saying, Bino in the chat, dropping the fire and the shades. Let's go, James Rich. How are you doing today? Happy Monday to you. Pokeballer Mike says, hashtag Robert Bass Knight, and yo, Black Panther 1596. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Manatee Nation. Appreciate you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely, lovely day today as well. What's your favorite Pokemon as well? I want to know. I want to know what your favorite Pokemon is, everyone that's new to the Manatee Nation. Mine is Dragonite. If you couldn't tell from the Dragonites in the background there. Dead Guy 247 says, hey, Albino, did you do the ranking already? No, you're just in time, Dead Guy 247. We've got 5 packs left, 6 packs left, because I got 1 unopened here right now as well. And then we're going to get into the ranking. So thank you for asking. I'm glad that you joined. Love the Ichigo emoji. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that you enjoyed that as well. I love kawaii things, and of course, you know that I love the Bleach. Bleach is my favorite anime, so we had to kind of get a mixture of the two. And I love when people say hello to each other in the chat, so it kind of melded all the things. The next emoji on the way is the belly drum emoji. I have to double check and see how many memberships we are away from it, but I am going to come up with a good... Yo, the Milotic character rare coming out of nowhere. Is it a double banger? It is not the Frostlass, but still a very nice, a very beautiful, a very fabulous Milotic there with The Wallace in the background, the victory pose. That's a nice one. I always like the character rares. I'm always happy to see them. And I like to see that we're getting the art rares are continuing for Scarlet and Violet as well. What's your favorite form of Ichigo, says Bilal in cards? Yo, great question. I think the visored mask. The visored mask when he's going into Huko Mundo and he can pull the mask when he's fighting like Grimmjow Bilal in cards. That's my personal favorite version of Ichigo. How about you? What's yours? Ryan Hallman says Gardevoir. Ooh, I do love the Gardevoir as well. The Gardevoir actually has 2 character rares in the Sword and Shield, which is pretty sweet. Nice taste, Ryan Hallman. I know that Savin Brass is also a big Gardevoir fan. Robert Bass Knight says, I like Gengar. Yo, Gengar is another awesome one in the Manatee Nation as well. OTP is a big Gengar fan. Love the Gengars as well. Chinchou. And Cardex Board's a big Gengar fan. Reverse capturing Aroma. What do we got behind it? The Noivern. And Wild Bill is a Gengar fan as well. We got a lot of Gengar fans in the Manatee Nation. Pokeballer Mike saying hello to James. Love to see it. James Rich says, nice. Dead guy. He's flexing. He's dropping the fire. PBM, some crazy football yesterday, dude. Yo, I heard. My dad and my mom were telling me about that as well. They were saying that there were some really, really good football games over the weekend. What was everyone's favorite game? What was the craziest game? I know my dad was saying he thought the Miami game was going to be a blowout, and then it ended up being super, super close. And so for those that were trying to, cover the spread, it probably covered the spread on that. And people hit nicely. So fist bump energy, let's go. Good luck charm of the channel. We love the fighting energy here. Hey, PBM says Dead Guy 247. James Rich says go Bucks. Yes, the Tampa Bay gang. Pokeballer Mike says James Rich. Yes, the Ravens game was good, as well as the Chargers game on Saturday. Crazy. Wow, sounds like lots of good games. Bilal in cards says that's a good form. Final gets, yes, oh man. Final gets Suga Tensho with the gray bandage around his face and body when he fights Aizen. Excellent choice. Yes, the Mugen form was insane. We got another V, the Reggie Drago, some Dragon Boy energy on that one. Nice to see. Bizarre Barra Breaks is coming in the chat saying hello as well. Hello, Bizarre Barra Breaks. How are you doing? I hope that you're having a wonderful day. James Rich says Bill games was nuts. Yo, who won the Bills games? Who won the Bill game? Oh my God, I'm sounding so old. I'm sounding like the guy that. Oh, now I'm blanking on the name. Who's the name of the actor? He was a firefighter. I don't know why. This is why I remember him. Oh, he's in Sopranos. He plays Tony Soprano's cousin. Tony B. Tony D? No, it's Tony B. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Electric energy. James Rich says Kirk freezing up again has a lot of people pulling their hair out. Jedi Master Squirtle says albino 4 months. Well, Bill, I got my hockey schedule. Yo, Jedi Master Squirtle, happy to see you, my friend, and happy to see you back to streaming as well. I saw that you were doing some painting yesterday, so make sure you go check out Jedi Master Squirtle. He's always bringing your favorite Pokemon or favorite comic book characters to life, or potentially even more. Jedi Master Squirtle, let's go. There it's going, flexing the 4 months. And Susan as well in the chat, as well as flexing the 4 months. She says rocking the 4 months and dropping the fire. Appreciate you both. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the Manatee Nation for 4 months. It's crazy that we had the Manatee Nation memberships going for 4 months. That's wild. Vulpix, thank you, everyone. Amolga, Chameko, Baneri. We got the reverse Krogunk, and we got the Arcanine. Man like Dave dropping the hype and the flex, says Pokeballer Mike. Bills beat the Finns, says James Rich. Susan says Chris. Didn't know that the Bengals and Bills will play again, says T-Dog. I did not know either. JMS is flexing in the chat. Dave says JMS fan. He's dropping the kissies in the chat. Ryan's in the chat dropping the Bonkais. I'm curious, Ryan, what is your favorite form of Ichigo? We got back-to-back double fist bump energy. This is a good sign. I love to see it. All right. Behind the fist bump, I got to show it, was a Dragonair. So we got a Dragonair, Donphan, Duosion, Indeedee, Marini, Mischievous, Swablu, we got a breaks in there. Shout out Valor Fanakin. And is it a double banger? It is. The Archeops. So a nice Silver Tempest double banger there. And the Archeops is TCG viable in that Lugia deck. James Rich is flexing for he's flexing for Ride, and he's saying Bizarre Barra Dookie. I think that's an inside joke there. Bizarre Barra Breaks is laughing back with James Rich. Jedi Master Squirtle says, James! Let's go. Appreciate everyone dropping the positivity and saying hello to each other in the chat. Last pack in the ETB, and then we're going to get into the rankings. Arachnid, Spinarak, Ralts, Krogunk, Colossus, Zubat, Dratini, Reverse Dragon Boy, and an Armaldo. The fighting energy there on it. He's not a fighting type. He's a ground type, but still nice to see. We'll do a recap of the hits that we got. So that was like 8 packs there. We got Breaks in Character Rare, Archeops Holo, Regidrago V, the Milotic Character Rare, the Metagross Holo, the Pikachu Holo, the Mewtwo V, and my favorite Pokemon there, the Dragonite V, to start things off. So not too bad. And then the promos, because that was part of that was a leftover Pokemon Go box. We had these 3 promos from the box as well. So, well, from the 3 boxes that were opened up. So, nice couple hits there, nice couple packs. I say it's time that we get into the Pokemarket Monday content. We're going to kick things off with a TCG tier list, ranking everything that we opened up in 2022. So I'm breaking it over into the display right now, and you can see here the tier lists that we've got. If anyone wants to use any of the tier lists that I do for any of the streams as well, I've got links in the description so you can do your own rankings. I know this one probably maybe not a lot of people might be interested in, but the alternate art Sword and Shield one, I'd be interested in seeing other people's rankings for the Sword and Shield tier list. So if you want to use that, I've got a link in the descriptions for those. And I've got all of these listed as well in chronological order. So I got all of the release dates for all of the products on the list here. I put them in an Excel sheet filtered by the date. And then we're going to be going through them here as well. We're in this view, and I think this is a good view because we can see everything here. We'll scroll down a little bit. Also, we can see here, I've been watching Trigun Stampede. Shout out to anyone that's a Trigun fan. It's a classic anime, and a lot of people were originally hating on this one before it came out, and they review bombed it because it was CG, but I watched the first episode so far, and I gotta say, they did a really good job with the animation, so it's got my seal of approval, at least for the first episode, and I'm going to be watching the second episode probably tonight. Yo! Who is Aaron Nickel? Aaron Nickel, you madman! Member for 4 months. What are the chances of seeing you here, Albino? What are the chances of seeing you here, 5 penny Aaron Nickel? We gotta have a duel at some point. Pew pew pew. You and OTP had a duel the other week or two, and I gotta have a duel with you in some stream coming up. Let's go, my guy. Appreciate you, and I hope that you're having a lovely day. And shout out to Rochelle Nickel. Shout out to the family as well. Appreciate you, and appreciate your support of the Manatee Nation. King Jackie as well. I'm seeing King Jackie flexing for 3 months. Professor King Jackie, I might add, because Professor King Jackie was the winner of the last Pokemon Tournament of Knowledge. Appreciate you, King Jackie. Thank you for supporting the Manatee Nation, being a member for 3 months. Thank you, everyone. All right, we're going to go back over to the tier list, and I'm going to pull out my phone so that I can see everyone's chat on my phone at the same time, because I want to see other people's opinion on this as well. I'm curious to hear what everyone's thoughts are on the different sets as we go through them. So I'll be pulling this up. Now I got the chat so I can see it. All right, we're going to be starting things off, and I'm wondering if I should zoom in maybe a little bit so people can see the actual product images a little bit better. We've got the first one up is Demon Slayer. This is the official Demon Slayer product that we opened. It was the stained glass cards. And one thing that I really like about this product is if you buy the booster box, you're going to get every card in the set and then duplicates alongside of that. So you get a complete master set from just one box, and then there's leftovers as well, which make it good for giveaway content when I did it. It was a fun product. I all around enjoyed this one. I thought it was really fun. But I do think that some of the cards were missing that extra like super wow factor. And for that factor, I'm going to put it in the solid B tier. Just a solid product. And I would all around, this is one that I would probably buy again if they come out with a new edition, a new version. TCG Battles is good to know, Albino. I stopped watching New Trigun as soon as I saw the animation. Not a fan of that art style, but now I'll give it a shot. I do love Trigun. Yo, TCG Battles, at least the first episode, I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. So I hope that you think the same. And if you disagree, feel free to let me know too, and I won't take it personally. I'm always curious to hear people's opinions. Ali GX's new Trigon, sweet. Yes, it is. It's sweet. It's sweet. Maybe it's the point I got to do a Discord watch party for it. So next product coming up on the list is the unofficial Demon Slayer product that we opened up, the Alibaba product that actually Glalie Games showed to me. And this, I'm actually, crazy enough, I'm putting straight into the S tier. This product is cheaper than the official product. It's only $20. It comes with a One Touch and a stand for the One Touch in the box. There's a ton of packs. Almost every single pack feels like a hit. There's a lot of different cards to chase. There's a lot of variety. It's just all around. I really like these Alibaba anime cards. If you like Demon Slayer, this would definitely be the set to go to in my opinion. Next up, we have Battle of Chaos, a Yu-Gi-Oh set. So this set is notable for having a lot of Magician cards. On the front cover art of it is the Magician of Chaos. There's also the Dark Magician Starlight Rare and the, I'm forgetting his name. It's not the Ebon Magician, but it's the Magician of, maybe not Magician of Chaos. There's another Magician card in there that's a Starlight Rare. That's also a chase. There's also the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. There's a couple waifus, of course, as they do. I think all around, the Battle Chaos is one of the better Yu-Gi-Oh sets, but there are a lot of bad Yu-Gi-Oh sets, so I think that still puts it in the solid B tier for Battle of Chaos. And Cardboard might disagree because he's a big Magician fan. Maybe that one goes up to an A tier for him. That does have a reprint with the original manga artwork of the Dark Magician, so that's a pretty cool chase card. So I think solid B tier is good for Battle of Chaos. Next up, we have Star Wars Signature Series. And this is a product that I'm going to have to show off real quick. We're going to go into the overhead. These are my Star Wars Signature Series cards. Might have to do a video on them at some point. We've got the Lars Mikkelsen Grand Admiral Thrawn auto. We've got the General Grievous out of 10 auto. We've got the Darth Maul out of 10 auto. Ray Park there. Tamura Morrison, Jango Fett, also out of 10. I mean, we could keep going. I love these cards. These are some of my favorite things that I've probably ever collected. The Boba Fett out of 10. I went absolutely dookie on this set. I went bananas. This is one of my favorite things that I've ever collected and opened. I really like the Star Wars Signature Series. I wish I could give it a higher ranking. I wish I could put it in S tier for Star Wars. The only reason I can't is that this product is expensive. And so I didn't buy individual boxes on it. I just did breaks on it, and I got very, very lucky on this. And then I also purchased some singles. But I don't know if this is a product that I would recommend purchasing a box of, because you just get one card. You get that one touch, and it could be anything. It could be a Jawa. It could be a fringe character. It could be not numbered, and most of the time it is that. So when you open up an entire case of 20 of these boxes, one of them's going to be like a sweet numbered card. So for that reason, I'm going to have to put the product at the A tier. I wish I could put it the S tier because of how fantastic the cards look and how much I love the design. But the fact that it's just one card per box and it's pretty expensive at that, I gotta put it in the A tier at the highest. S tier for Star Wars. I'm sorry, Jedi Master Squirtle. I want to, but it's an expensive product, so it's hard to collect, and I think because of how hard it is to collect, that notches it down a little bit for me personally. But maybe in your own tier list, you rank it differently. Next up, we have the first Pokemon set. We have Brilliant Stars. The first Pokemon set of the year that I collected was Brilliant Stars. And I think this was a pretty solid set. This introduced the character rares in the English. It introduced the trainer gallery. We had the Charizard alternate art. We had the Arceus alternate art. But besides those two, there was a lot of other cards that were a little bit on the weaker side. I'm going to put this one again in, I think, the B tier. But I'm going to put it at the top of the B tier. I think this is going to be like the gatekeeper of the B tier, Brilliant Stars right here, where it was just like almost in that A tier. Maybe if there was like two more alternate arts like they did with Astral Radiance, or maybe if there was The other two alternate arts were a little bit better than the Honchkrow and the Fish, the Luminian. I would pump it up in the A tier, but I think top of B tier, it might end up being the Gatekeeper by the end of things. Next up, we have Dragon Ball Super Realm of the Gods. Dave says B. Interesting. I'm curious, where would you put it, Dave? Where would you put Brilliant Stars? B tier is fair for Brilliant Stars. Great set, low A or high B. Yes, James Rich, that's what I was kind of debating. Low A or high B. And just because we have a lot of other products to come that are that I really enjoyed, Brilliant Stars, and I did choose to master set Brilliant Stars. So I will say, of all 4 of the Pokemon, the main set Pokemon products that released this year, Brilliant Star was the one that I chose to master set completely. But it was also the one that made me realize maybe I don't want to master sets cards going forward, because I end up spending a lot of money collecting cards that I don't love, frankly. There's a lot of cards in there that I do love, but there's a lot that I don't love. Realm of the Gods is up next. Realm of the Gods is a tricky one, because Realm of the Gods has so much potential. There is the God Rare Vegeta that they introduced that was absolutely changed the game for Dragon Ball Super collecting, I'll say. It didn't affect the game at all, the competitiveness of the game, but it did affect collecting and brought new people into the Dragon Ball Super hobby, and people that were out of the hobby back into the hobby. I'm going to put it right behind Brilliant Stars. And the only reason I might not be putting it higher is because I'm dang salty that I didn't get any of that potential. There was so much potential in Realm of the Gods, and I opened up a lot of Realm of the Gods, and I never got even a single secret rare. So, and to be honest, there's also 2 of the secret rares are not the best in the set either. You really want that Vegeta or bust in it, in my opinion. But still, it is a solid set, and for that reason, I'm going to give it the B tier, but it's not going to beat out the Brilliant Stars, for me personally. Bizarre Briar Break says, same to you, TCG Battles. TCG Battles says, yo, Bizarre, hope you're having a wonderful day. Dave says, I'd have to run AA personally. Re-enter into the trainer galleries just made the latter end of Sword and Shield 100 times better. I do like that it introduced the trainer galleries, reintroduced the trainer galleries. And I think that's one of the things, Dave, that puts it at really high into the B tier and made me want to put it into the A tier. It's just some of the other things a little bit lacking in it for me. And personally, I'm not the biggest Charizard, nut collector. So I like that there's a Charizard in there, but I don't need the Charizards necessarily, personally. Hashtag hydrate. Next up, we have got another anime product. This one is the official Jujutsu Kaisen product, and this one, unfortunately, is the first one that I'm going to put in the C tier. Now, it's nice that when you buy this product, you get all of the cards. They are kind of like a semi-metal material of the cards, so they're a nice stock. But for the most, I think all of them are really just scene cards from the anime, which some people, I hope I'm, not offending anyone that likes to collect scene cards. I personally prefer more creative, original artwork if I'm going to buy the cards. Otherwise, I'll just rewatch the anime. That's just how I view it. That being said, I do, the set does look all together good in the binder, and you do get all the cards in the set from a single box, plus some duplicates left over, which is nice, so you can trade or give to your friends or do whatever you want with. I just think that this is probably one that I wouldn't buy again. I think I saw that they came out with another version of Volume 2, and I decided I'm probably going to pass on this one for 2023. So part of this, as I'm doing these ranking of products, is I'm also kind of trying to decide as I talk aloud with y'all, is which products I want to try and buy again for 2023. Because some of these might not make the cut, because some of these might be just one and done. And that's not to say that I'll be killing off the variety. It might be saying that I'm making room for other variety. Cough, cough, we've got Union Arena coming up and a ton of Weiss Schwartz new sets on the horizon that I'd love to open. And speaking of more anime cards, we've got another Jujutsu Kaisen anime. This one is the unofficial product. This one I'm going to put in the A tier. I'm going to put this one again in the A tier. Nah, I'm going to put it in the S tier. it didn't feel right saying that. It's an S tier product. Again, like the Demon Slayer, it's $20. You get a one-touch slab. You get an easel. The cards look sick. There's so many hits. It's a lot of variety to collect. I'm looking forward to them coming out with another volume of these cards because this is a fun series to do, and it's pretty cheap as well. So I would definitely, these are products that I would recommend. Again, there's an anime playlist on the channel if you're watching this and you don't know where to find these, and I've got videos where I open these up, and I got links in the description so you can go find the products right there in the links. Next up, we've got something that I'm sure some of you have been expecting and surprised it hasn't shown up yet. We've got the first UFC product of the year. So I'm going to start mentioning some dates as well so we have a little bit of chronological relevance. We're getting into March 25th. So this is March 25th. UFC Prism came out. UFC Prism is one of the most coveted sets. It's the first one to come out in the year. It decides who the rookie class is going to be. A lot of the times, it's a lot of people's first on print autographs. And for that reason, a lot of the cards retain a lot of their value. The problem with Prism is it's super, super, super expensive, and I personally don't think it's worth the bang. Like it's not worth the bang for your buck because unless you hit big, you usually hurt big in the Prism. And I just think that you can open up a lot more variety, especially like with other products that we're going to be talking about later for less money than the Prism. Now, I want to put it in the C because of how expensive it is, but I can't. I can't lie, and it is a good product. The cards do look really nice, and the hits, when they do hit, do retain the value. I'm going to put it above the Demon Slayer because I will be picking up, I'll probably collect some 2023 Prism, but I'm going to be a lot more selective about who I do collect because I did hit my big chase this year. My big chase from Prism going into it was the Anderson Silva autograph, and Ruse did pull for me the Anderson Silva autograph, numbered blue out of 49. So maybe I'll show that card real quick since we're going to be talking about it. I might show off some of the cards as we go. We got the blue Anderson Silva out of 49 from Prism. That Ruse Pokemon hit for us. So I think I'm going to put Prism solidly in the B tier. We really had some fun hits, especially after the fight nights. We did a lot of Prism openings after fight nights in the Discord, and it was a real blast. I'm going to put it above the Realm of the Gods, honestly. The more I think about it, I had more fun times with the Prism than the Realm of the Gods. Now, the Blasters I did not like as much. The Blasters I'm going to put lower on the B tier because it's nice to get the Prism, but you get a lot of base from the Blasters. There's not a lot of numbered cards that you can get. You can get the green Pulsar, but they're so rare, and it's just, to me, it's maybe not worth chasing in the Blasters. I think I'd rather take the money that I spent on the Prism Blasters and just put it towards trying to get a really nice, Alex Pereira autograph in the hobby box. So I think this year I'm going to do less of the Blasters and less Prism overall, but more of the money probably on Pick Your Fighter breaks for Prism, I'm thinking. Yo, Feller Chris in the chat. How are you doing, Feller Chris? Hope that you're having an awesome day, and I appreciate you jumping in. I'm sorry for missing you earlier in the chat. Hope that you're having an awesome Monday, my man. Sorry I built so early last night, dude. Was loving the stream, but I was so tired. No worries, James Rich, or is James Rich talking to someone else? James Rich says Francis going to Pick Your Fighter. Yes, I think he is going to go to PFL. Francis, I think, is going to be going to PFL for sure. Mrs. Pokeychit, how are you doing, Mrs. Pokeychit? Happy Monday to you as well. Hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. Shout out to Mrs. Pokeychit and Mr. Pokeychit as well. Fantastic Pokemon channel and community. All right, next up after the UFC Prism, we've got Final Fantasy. So this was a pretty cool Final Fantasy set. It was the Emissaries of Light, and our big chase from this, we did happen to pull. We were chasing after the Titus from Final Fantasy X, and we did grade it. We did get the 10, the CGC 10 through Pokeballers on our second try for the Titus full art. I think that I'm... Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Display. Turn that off there. I apologize. Emissaries of Light, where would I put it? I'm going to put it in the B tier, and I'm going to put it above the Demon Slayer. And I'm going to put it above the Demon Slayer, but above the Realm of the Gods, because I'm biased, because I got the chase card that I wanted. I'll put it behind the Prism, but I'll put it in the B tier. I think Final Fantasy is solid. It's definitely products that I would collect again, and I do like the quality of their cards, and I like that they almost so far only one time they haven't gotten a 10. So I like that it's nice card quality. I'm definitely going to be collecting more Final Fantasy in 2023. Oh, next up, okay. Next up, we've got a really, really interesting set, and I need to go grab some of these cards because these cards can only be really shown by what you have to see. So, Star Wars Masterwork is the next set. This is, yo, PokeChit in the chat. How are you doing, PokeChit? And King's Pokemon Empire. How you doing, King's Pokemon Empire? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm sorry that if I missed you earlier. I appreciate you hanging. Happy Monday to you. We're going to go to the overhead. Star Wars Masterwork is a really unique set. If you're not familiar with the cards, they have a lot of variety in there, which you know that I love the variety. But there's really, really sweet stuff in here. So let's see. What have we got here? We've got the Grand Admiral Thrawn Lars Nicholson on-card auto. And this card is printed on canvas material. So it's really nice that they print their cards on unique materials, and you can get on-card autos, which are super, super nice. This one's numbered out of 25. We got another one for Ezra Bridger as well, Taylor Gray there. But on top of that, you can get unique sketches, so one-of-one sketches that are hand-drawn onto the cards themselves. This one by Mike Masterwork there. Very nice Grand Admiral Thrawn artwork. And then where's another one? We got this, the Mandalorian sketch artwork. Hit that one in a break. There's also relic material. So we got here part of the Mandalorian's cloak, numbered out of 25. Just really, really cool cards. And then this one is probably one of my favorites. Dual autos, and the card is made out of wood. The Thrawn and the Ezra Bridger there. So really, really sweet variety in Star Wars Masterwork. And for that reason, just how truly, truly unique Star Wars Masterwork is, I'm going to have to put it at an S tier, and it's currently at the top of my S tier. Now, Star Wars Masterwork is pretty expensive, so it's only something that I would get breaks in on, but it's definitely something that I'll try and find something that I'm interested in. Maybe I really liked Andor, so maybe something from Andor. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the checklist has in store for us. But Star Wars Masterwork is definitely an S-tier product in my opinion. Don't show Forge that, LOL, says King's Pokemon Empire. Oh, man. King's Pokemon Empire. I have a product for Forge. I won't grab it because it's going to be a surprise. He'll reveal it when I see him next time. But I've got a really cool Star Wars product for him that I think that he'll really like. Next up, we're going back to the UFC. There's a ton of UFC. There's a lot of UFC products that they released this year. We're in May now. So for May 6th, we have Don Russ. And Don Russ, honestly, I'm putting in the C tier, but above the Jujutsu Kaisen. Because it was better than what I thought. I thought Don Russ was going to be a D tier product. I don't like how much base they give you, but I do really like the lasers. The lasers almost single-handedly bring it up to the B tier, and I like that they have the rated rookies. So if you like to chase the rookies, which I think I'm going to be more interested in collecting rookies in 2023, because my legends are pretty set. Don Russ is great because you get the first on-print autos for a lot of rookies as well in the rated rookies. But the fact that the cards are paper and the fact that you just get so much bulk and base, I think I'm going to have to put Don Russ as the top of the C tier, where I like it, but I'm probably not going to buy it again in 2023. Maybe a single. I did end up purchasing one hobby box, and I did end up purchasing one single from Donruss. So I'll show that off. We got my favorite rookie there. So if you're wondering what the lasers look like, here's the Tom Aspinall rated rookie laser out of 49. The lasers do look really, really cool. So that's where I'm like, I'll probably get like an Alex Pereira rated rookie laser. That would be a cool card for 2023, or a Bo Nickel or something. Yo, Nate Brown and Valor Fennekin in the chat. How are you doing, Nate Brown and Valor Fennekin? Don Russ is, but Nate Brown says Don Russ better than Chronicles in my opinion. Ooh, I like it, Nate. Thank you for sharing the opinions. Let's go. We'll see where Chronicles ends up on the breakdown. Here's where we're at so far. And we've got the Don Russ Blaster. I think I'm going to put the Don Russ Blaster in the C tier. And I think I'm going to put the Don Russ... I'm going to put the Hanger Pack above the Blaster. Just because the Hanger Pack, I got a numbered card from. And I got an auto from. And I got some fun lasers from the Blasters. But I'll say the Hanger Packs, I think I might have actually gotten better hits out of the Hanger Packs. The Blasters, you get more cards, or you get more packs individual, so it's more of a fun. I think I got better hits out of the Hanger Packs. I might, if anything, I might try a Hanger Pack or two next year. Nate, as always, has great opinions. Absolutely, Valor. You too, Valor. Good job, Chit. We watched Doctor Strange 2, says King's Pokemon Empire. King's Pokemon Empire says Blaziken. Wow, that is fire. Ooh, I like that. Blaziken. I like that. I like that, using that as a word. Nate Brown says Hanger are better for sure. And Nate Brown also hit some great hits from the Hangers. Oh, man. Okay. Next up, we've got a deadly product here. Ghost from the Past 2. Where are we gonna go with Ghost from the Past 2? This was a lethal set. I had some of the most fun I've had collecting with Ghost from the Past 2, but it also got a little dangerous in the end when the hunt for the Red Eyes Ghost Dragon. It made Albino Manatee. Yeah, Ghost from the Past 2 is S tier for sure. I think there's no way. I'm lying to you all if I put it A tier. It's just not being honest with how much I open. I think I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be the bottom of S tier. I think Ghost from the Past for me is gonna be my shameful S tier, where I don't want it to be my S tier, but I opened up way too much of this product for it to not be included in the S tier. Ryan says S. Let's go. The Red Dragon Heartspeed says Valor. Let's go. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be S tier. It was a lot of fun, and I've got all the Ghost Rares slabbed up in one touches and framed on my freaking wall in a glass cabinet display. If that doesn't say S tier, I don't know what does. Next up, we've got Dark Phantasma, and I didn't open up a lot of Dark Phantasma, but what I did hit big in it, and I did really like the Trainer Gallery character rare selection in this set, so for that reason, I'm going to put it in the solid middle of the B tier behind Realm of the Gods, because I didn't personally open up. It wasn't enough to get me to open it ahead of opening the English. I was like, all right, I'm still going to wait for the English stuff to come out, but I was like, there's cool cards in the set. So I'm going to put it in solid B tier. I can't put it higher than that because it didn't really draw my attention enough to make me buy really much of it. So, but I did like it. D tier or low C tier, says James Rich, referring to Dark Phantasma. And maybe, you know what? Maybe because I didn't buy it, maybe I should put it in the lower C tier. I think, you know what? I think you're right, James Rich. I'm gonna put it in low C tier because at least I bought the Jujutsu Kaisen, and I didn't buy. I was gifted some Dark Phantasma, and I do like the Dark Phantasma that I was gifted, and I got awesome hits from it. But the set didn't have enough appeal for me to buy it on its own. So I think I'm going to put it low C. Next up, we've got Astral. Valor says Astral's F tier. Ooh. But Dark Phantasma's star because it introduced the Telefox V. I like it. I like it. I like it, Valor. Wait, I thought the Delphox V was in... I thought the Delphox V was in Lost Abyss, Valor. Was it in Dark Phantasma? You would know. I wasn't a big fan, says Nate Brown. Yeah, but personally, Astral, I like the Pokemon gods. I like Dialga, and I liked Palkia. I'm going to put it at... It might end up being the top of C tier, Astral. Astral Radiance might end up being the top, the gatekeeper of C tier. Because I like the pinnacle of the alt arts, and the Machamp was really, really sweet. But there's just a lot of things also that I didn't like in Astral Radiance as well. And it did make me go goo goo gaga. This is probably actually the only time I ever experimented. This is the only time I experimented with rip and ship on the channel. Because I didn't want to collect the set myself. And so I was willing to rip and ship it. So I think for that reason I'm going to put it C tier because I bought it, but I didn't collect it. I ended up then later after the fact collecting it. But hey, we'll put it top of C tier for that reason. It escapes the D. Next up, though, we have Ultimate Squad. And I'm sorry, Ultimate Squad, I bought it, not a fan. Ultimate Squad is going into the D tier. The Gohan and the Piccolo is a cool card. And that's it. I think that's literally it from the set, the Gohan and the Piccolo. Oh, you know what? I do like the Oath of Z. I forgot about the Oath of Z. The Oath of Z is cool, but I'm not a big fan of the Invader's Vow. I'm going to put it D. I bought one booster box, and that was it of Ultimate Squad, and I think I'm good on Ultimate Squad. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna put it in the D tier, and yeah, I think I'm good with that. I don't have to beat it up too much. Pokeball Mike says, Misty's and Starmie was amazing, though. I agree with C. Yes. The Misty, that's a good point of my... Yes, that was a really good trainer gallery card. The Misty, Starmie, and the Garchomp and Cynthia were both good trainer galleries as well. There was definitely good cards in Astral, but just overall, not enough to make me go goo goo gaga, and I want to keep opening this set, compared to some of the other stuff on the list for me. Next up, we have Duel of the... You know what? I'm going to look up what's official. I can't even remember what the exact name of the... Duels from the Deep. This one, we're about the halfway point of the year. This one released June 17th. We've got Duels from the Deep straight into the F tier. The only thing this set had was Forbidden Droplet, and then it had a Ghost Rare, which, shout out to Mez Comics and Games. I did buy the Ghost Rare from this set, and the Ghost Rare was kind of cool. I didn't think I'd like it, and then I bought it, and I was like, okay, this is actually cool. You know what? I'm going to go grab it. We're going to go overhead. The Silent Arc. It's a ship. It's a boat. Number. We'll see if we can even see it on the number there. You can... These tricky Ghost Rares are hard to... I swear there's a card! He's shy. Can kinda. There we go. We're getting somewhere there. All right, I think that's... There's a card in there, trust me. It looks cool, I promise you. Silent Arc, Ghost Rare 101. Valerie knows. Duels of the Deep was controversial, yeah. Controversial to say the least there, Valor. I think that one's the first set that I'm comfortable putting in the F tier. Next up, we have Pokemon Go, and I'm sorry, everyone. Pokemon Go in the D tier for me. I'm sorry. I did not like the Mewtwo alt art. I did not like the Conkeldurr alternate art. I never really got any good pulls from the Pokemon Go. I do like the Rainbow Dragonite V-Star, and I do like the Full Art Dragonite. And for those reasons, it saves it from the F tier. So I'm going D for the Dragon Boy, and I'm sorry, but I was not a big fan of the Pokemon Go, and I wasn't a fan of a lot of the artwork in the set either. So some of the promos were nice, but I think this might end up being my least favorite Pokemon Go set of the year, personally. Next up, we're back to the UFC. This one released... We've got UFC Select July 1st, and now UFC Select, we've got to be careful here because this is the hobby box. I'm going to put the hobby box in the A tier UFC Select was my favorite of I'm spoiling it right now. It was my favorite of the UFC products. The variety that you get, the fact that you can get relic on-card auto, or not on-card, but you can get relic autos, a tie-dye autographs. I gotta just show off these cards. I'm talking about them, and I'm like, I can just show them off to you. We hit my biggest chase card. This was like my dream card in all of trading cards to get the Khabib relic auto. Ruse Pokemon hit for us. Some other cool cards. The Glover Teixeira tie-dye auto, who fights this Saturday for the light heavyweight belt, and he's gonna win. I know it. We got the Chuck Liddell tie-dye autograph, and the tie-dyes are numbered out of 25. Just a lot of really, really sweet hits. We got some cool golds, some sweet hits for Ruse. Just all around, the Select was a lot of fun, and we did Select Saturdays. We had 5 boxes, so every Saturday we had a box opening. I'm not going to go that hard into Select this year. I might just do Pick Your Fighter breaks, maybe a couple of something else that we're about to talk about, and it's going to be the Select H2. No! Select H2 I'm putting straight into the F tier as well. I do not like the Select H2 at all. It's so much bulk. I personally don't like the discos either. I'm putting it above duels from the deep, but I'm not doing any H2. I'm banning H2. No H2 this year, but the Select Blasters, yes! The Select Blasters, we are putting in the S tier. The Select Blasters, I think, is personally the biggest and best UFC bang for your buck product you can purchase. For like $30, you get a blaster. I think it's 4 cards per pack. I think it's like 6 packs. I forget how many packs you get in each individual blaster. But there's autographs, there's animal prints, the tigers, you can get the elephants, not the zebras. Those are hobby exclusive, but just a lot of really cool things. We've pulled golds in here. I've seen 1-of-1s pulled from the blasters. The blasters are insane. For 2023, I might put more of my budget towards I'm going to take whatever I spent on H2, put it all towards the blasters, and take a lot more of what I spent on the hobby and just not spend it on UFC and save the money. I'll still buy a hobby box though. But that's how I feel about the UFC Select. All around is my favorite of the UFC products to open, and I put the blasters at number 1. James Rich, what day do they normally stream? Sunday at 4 p.m. again. My bad, Duel. Rip Abdulnap. Yes, great man. Khabib's father for sure. For sure. James Rich says, Iceman. The Khabib summoned me, says Ruse. Surprise, not S tier. I'm going to put I got to save S tier for the Elite of the Elite. I put the blasters at the S tier, but the hobby box I think is a solid A tier for me. Next up, we've got Lost Abyss. And this set, just how much I like the Giratina and how much I like the Aerodactyl actually made me dabble into the Japanese more than I usually do. I liked Lost Abyss. I'm going to put it towards the end of the B tier because I still do prefer opening up English, especially for these non-high class booster boxes. And I think the more that I think about it, I'm actually going to put it in C tier because I think that I'm not going to open up any more of these non-high class Japanese booster boxes because only one of the hits inside is the secret rare, and then your box is pretty much just done. And I think this might be one of those products where I enjoyed, but I probably won't open these up again in 2023. And these might be one that hit the budget cut. Lost Abyss got Dollfox, S tier, unbiased opinion, probably early B tier. Yeah, I think it was a good set, and I probably should put it higher because of the alt art potential. It was a really good set. And yeah, I'm going to put it higher because Wild Bill, it was a B tier. Wild Bill, man, I'm torn. Wild Bill got the Rotom alt art, which was hype. It was hype, and we didn't buy that many boxes. I'm torn on this. I think I'm going to put it C, and my reasoning is if it was B, it would be something that I would be willing to purchase again this year, and I think it's not. And for that reason, I think it's going to make the C cut. The Aerodactyl was very good as well. I like the Japanese card quality Valor, but I feel like it's a lot of times it's better. It's better just to get the singles of the Japanese cards that I like, or stick to one language because of how much variety I do collect. Speaking of which, oh man, this is a tough one. Next up is One Piece Japanese. One Piece Japanese, I loved opening. We did the double case opening. Me, Ryan, Monty was there, Ruse was there, Jedi Master Squirtle was there. We all did it live. It was an amazing time. The only reason I'm not putting it S tier, and it really should be S tier, is that I'm not going to collect the Japanese One Piece anymore because I'm going to go all in on the English, and I think that's one of the things that I'm going to budget cut. I can't honestly put it lower than A tier because it was fire. It was so good. The cards were amazing. It was a lot of fun to open up, and they all retained their value a lot as well, but I'm going to have to chop off the Japanese for the One Piece and stick to the English, especially since I want to play the competitive card game a lot more. Easiest S tier of the bunch, says James Rich. Ooh, I might have swerved some of y'all on this one. Yeah, I would. I really, really like it. The only thing keeping it from S tier on the Japanese specifically is that I think I'm going to stick with English going forward. Next up, we've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Duelist Season 3. So let's see. This is July 22nd. Legendary Duelist Season 3. This one, I poo-pooed all over it before it came out, and then I had a ton of fun opening it. I liked that the dice were inside. I used the dice for TCGs when I play them. I would like to put this one in the C tier, but I enjoyed it way too much to not put it in the B tier. I thought it was solid. If they come out with another fun theme where you're going to be collecting a bunch of magicians and elemental heroes, then I would do another Legendary Duelist tier. Not quite A tier. I do like that it's also very cheap as well, but I'm going to put it in B tier, maybe in front of the Battle of Chaos and in front of the Demon Slayer, but behind Realm of the Gods. It was more fun for me than Realm of the Gods. I'll put it behind the Resurgence of or the Emissaries of Light. I think solid B tier, the more I think about it. Next up, we've got Power of the Elements, another Yu-Gi-Oh set. Power of the Elements is a pretty sweet set. So this one had the Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer, Starlight Rare, which is one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards they've ever come out with. Super, super cool. And we got some massive, massive hits from the 2 booster boxes of Power of the Elements that we opened up. I'm going to put Power of the Elements in the A tier. I think this was maybe, behind Ghost in the Past, this was the best main set, in my opinion, personally, that Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out with this year. I thought the cards were cool. I liked the introduction of the sprites. I thought that was a neat archetype as well. I all around really enjoyed, and the tournaments were sweet as well. And we got a bunch of fire hits from it. So I think for that reason, Power of the Elements was a win. And I like the Shining Hero Neo, Swingman. Yo, Glalie Games and Chocolate! How are you doing, Chocolate? Welcome, welcome, Chocolate, and welcome, welcome, Glalie Games, Vito. Happy Monday to you both, and hope that you're having an awesome day. Yeah, this is a little bit of a surprising A tier. This is a little bit because I like the Elemental Heroes is getting a little bit of a plus. I think otherwise maybe it would... I'm thinking about it more. Yeah, I think this is actually, the more I think about it, I think above the Emissaries of Light, I think it's not quite A tier now. It was the best of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Main sets. Was it better than Prism, and was it? No. It wasn't better than Prism, and it wasn't better than Brilliant Stars, and I think that's where I'm going to cut it off. I think it loses out to Prism. Thank you. I appreciate everyone sharing their opinion. I appreciate everyone sharing your opinion and helping. Because honestly, you know, it helps me kind of rethink my own opinion and not just kind of rethink things and like, did I kind of hype I think I gave it a little bit too much credit for the elemental heroes, because I got to think, how much did I really collect of this? And I got a little bit, I give it a little bit of a bonus because I got some fire hits from it, the sprites and the primordial Tearlaments cards. But the more I think about it, it didn't give me as much goosebumps, and I didn't chase after it as much as either of these two sets, Prism or Brilliant Stars. So I think behind there. Glalie Games says, love the tier list. Also love seeing the Ollie boxes in S tier. Dude, Glalie, they're fire. The Ollie boxes were perfect. And the fact that they include the one touches and the stands for them, thank you for shouting out these products. These are amazing, Glalie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, next up we've got, UFC Chronicles. And I'm going to put UFC Chronicles in the C tier. C for Chronicles. I like the variety in Chronicle. Yeah. I'm going to put it in C tier for Chronicles, behind the Astral Radiance. And I'm going to put the Blasters in the D tier. I'm going to put the Blasters in the D tier. The top of the D tier, because I did have fun sometimes opening the Blasters, but I won't buy them again. But it was sweet getting a couple Khabib. I got 2 Khabib number cards, a Glover number card. There was one pack I hit that had 3 number cards in one. I did have some fun with the Blasters, but I wouldn't recommend them again, and I'm not going to buy them again. The Chronicles is a product that I'll buy one hobby box of, but it doesn't retain its value as well as the other sets like Prism and Select. I don't like that some of the cards are paper, and I do really like the relics. The relics in here almost make me bump it up to B, and I'm going to show one example. We did hit my chase card from the set. On the first break that I got in was the Charles Oliveira Relic Auto, and I did hit it. This is part of the Octagon material from one of Charles Oliveira's fights, and it's numbered out of 99. So pretty sweet auto relic, and this is what I was hunting for from Chronicles. So I do like that Chronicles is a little bit more of a budget way of chasing after some of your bigger fighters. But for that reason, for being a little bit more of a budget set, I think I'm going to put it in the C tier behind Astral Radiance. Because I also had fun collecting Astral Radiance, and I think I collected and purchased even more singles of Astral Radiance than I did for Chronicles. Next up, we have Incandescent Arcana. And I liked Incandescent Arcana, but I'm going to put it in the C tier as well, behind the Chronicles, because I think this is a set that, even though it's the high class, and I did like a lot of the artwork in here, and I did get a sweet card that I did get a 10 of, I don't think it ended up making me not enjoying Silver Tempest as much, because I'd already seen a lot of those artworks already. And I think that these are some of the Japanese sets that I'll probably cut out from my opening budget for 2023, because they impact my ability to enjoy the English TCG versions of the Pokemon products, which are more my personal favorites. Which, speaking of which, we've got Lost Origin. And personally, I loved Lost Origin. Lost Origin was my favorite Pokemon main set to open this year. I'm going to put it above even the One Piece, because I opened a lot of Lost Origin, and more than I opened up off stream as well. This is the set that I opened with Wild Bill, because I really enjoyed collecting the cards here, and I wanted the cards for my personal collection. I wanted that Giratina Altar. I wanted that Aerodactyl in English. I think it's going to just barely lose out to Select because of just the hypeness of like the Khabib Relic Auto, but Lost Origin was probably my favorite English Pokemon main set to open this year. The Sleepy Boy Pikachu, the Gengar, the Snorlax, the Arcanine, like a lot of really cool stuff in Lost Origin. The Giant Pikachu VMAX, I really like this one. Mr. Chonkachu says smash like, yo, appreciate you, Mr. Chonkachu. Thank you. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Thank you for joining. I hope you're having an awesome day. Incandescent Arcana would be S tier automatically for me, but I respect your opinion, Albino. I totally understand, Valor. I did really like the Serena and the Braixen and the Superior, so I understand why you like that set as well, and I thought it was a good set as well. It's just personally for me, that's a set that I'll probably, or a type of set that in 2023 I'll probably cut out of my budget to make more financial room to enjoy sets like Silver Tempest. Oh, okay. Next up, we have Dragon Ball Super Dawn of the Z Legends, and so we got to go. This is a fun time because Power of the Elements was August 5th, Chronicles was August 31st, Lost Origin was September 9th, Dawn of the Z Legends was September 16th. We're starting to get a lot of releases around the same time, and a lot of really good releases. The Dawn of the Z Legends, another A tier set. There was the Bardock God Rare that was really fun to chase for, but personally, I wanted and I love that Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and we gotta show it up. So where is it gonna go? Boom, behind the Lost Origin there. We're gonna pull up not the card cam, the overhead, and I'm gonna go grab the card. We did pull not one, but two Dawn of the Z Legend Super Saiyan 4, and one of them came back. I graded, came back in a 10. The other one I traded to Card X Board for some awesome One Piece cards. That one's going to go in a solid A tier right there, and that was definitely my favorite Dragon Ball Super set to open up. I had a lot of fun. I probably would have opened up more of that one if I didn't get so lucky from it. I got 3 secret rares in like 4 or 5 boxes, so that was some of the luckiest I've ever. I was probably luckiest I was with a set all year, and almost for that reason makes me want to bump it up higher. But Lost Origin I really enjoyed as well, and I think that's a solid placement for it there. Upper, or in the middle A, I'll say. Would love to see an anime tier list from you as well, says Glalie Games. Ooh, thank you for the suggestion, Glalie Games. Maybe that has to be a future Pokemarket Monday. I would definitely love to do an anime tier list. Hey, I was rewatching the Universe 6 vs. Universe 7 tournament arc in Japanese subs earlier this morning. Oh, nice. That was a good arc. I did enjoy the Tournament of Power. Decided to binge watch the entire Japanese DBS anime again after 4 years. It was a great one, Valor, and I'm looking forward to getting more Dragon Ball Super anime content. It's coming. I feel it. I feel it coming. Next up, releasing on the same day, was the 2022 Tin of the Pharaoh Gods Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega Packs, and this one, boom. It's going in the A tier. I know. You might be saying, wait, what? But this one, I gotta collect my thoughts on the Megatins. The Megatins had it all. They had the nostalgic reprints. I gotta just show. They had the staple cards. The Megatins made it possible for me to build a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh! Modern deck and not break the bank, but still be able to flash some bling as well, still collect some really cool cards. So we got the Dark Magician Girl, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and the Red Eyes Black Dragon alternative artworks from here, all in the Prismatic Secret Rare, which was super fun. We got a ton of different staple cards. I'm gonna go just grab some of them. Pot of Prosperity, Forbidden Droplet, Lightning Storm, Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Mourner, or Ghost Bell, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I mean, this Megatin had it all, and for like $20, you get 3 packs with, well, you know from the shorts. You get a rare, 2 super rares, 2 ultra rares, and a prismatic secret rare in every pack. It's so much fun to open. I'm putting the Megatins. It's going to be the gatekeeper of A tier for me, and the reason why it beats out the Brilliant Stars is the fact that it's so cheap. For $20, you get so much value out of it that I really like it, and it appeals to both TCG competitive players for Yu-Gi-Oh! And it appeals to the collectors as well. Next up, we have got Paradigm Trigger, and we're getting down to the wire now. Paradigm Trigger, I am unfortunately going to put in the bottom of the C tier. It did have some good alternate arts. It did have the Lugia. But this is another one of those sets that I'm just going to cut out of my rotation. I did enjoy pulling the Lance Secret Rare, the Unknown Rainbow. I had some fun pulls from this one, but I felt like this was more of a set that I opened and pulled and did content on because I didn't really know what else to do at the time. There wasn't a lot else out at the moment that I hadn't opened to Oblivion. And I think I've already kind of beat the concept to death, but I'm going to cut out sets like this from the 2023 budget. I think. We'll see. I roll my eyes because we'll see what happens. Next up, we have got a Yu-Gi-Oh set, Dark Wing Blast. This is a set that I did not personally open, but the little Monty did open it. I'm putting it in D for Darkwing Blast because it wasn't appealing enough for me to buy and open, but I did enjoy watching Monty open it. I know that he likes the Blackwing Starlight card, so that would be really, really cool if he could potentially get that one day. And I'd like to see him build a Blackwing deck at some point. For that reason, I'm not going to put it in the F tier, even though it was a set that I just passed on altogether personally. Next up, yes, Valor says it released too closely to Silver Tempest as well, talking about Paradigm Trigger, and I think that is an important factor as well. Thank you for pointing that out, Valor. Darkwing Blast was cool with the Blackwing support, you're right, Valor, and it did have some nice waifu starlights, but it wasn't for me. I know that Cardex board liked some of the starlights in the set, but it wasn't a set that appealed to me personally. It was an easy skip for me in 2022. PIXAR is up next, the Weiss Schwartz PIXAR cards, and this is another A tier product for me. I'm going to put the PIXAR above the Yu-Gi-Oh! Megatins. I didn't open up as much as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Megatins, but that's just because I was late to the party on the PIXAR, and I'm putting this also kind of as an overall rating for Weiss Schwartz. I will be opening up more Weiss Schwartz in 2023. I think some of these cards and some of these sets that I'm cutting from the budget is to make room for more of the variety from stuff like Weiss Schwartz, because I really did enjoy opening it. I had a lot of fun with the PIXAR, and I think other people also enjoyed seeing the variety as well. There wasn't a lot of other people opening it, so I think stuff like that is stuff that's really appealing to me. Next, and of course the PIXAR, I mean, it's just amazing artwork, brings back good vibes as well from all the movies, so many memories of not just growing up, but even now watching PIXAR movies that I enjoy. So I enjoyed the PIXAR a lot. Oh, next up we have another, man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had some killer sets. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had some killer sets. Magnificent Mavens was another set with a lot of great staple cards, a lot of really fun chase cards as well. Magnificent Mavens, they had the Pharaoh Rares, which is a unique type of rarity as well. I'm going to put it behind Emissaries of Light. And the only reason I put it behind Emissaries of Light, man, I like that it came with sleeves as well. I got to think about this one. It's going to be a B tier. Magnificent Mavens was a B tier, but for me, I'm like, was it above Emissaries of Light? Was it above Power of the Elements? And I don't know if it was. I opened up a couple of them, but I was also like, you know what? I don't have to go super hard chasing the Pharaoh Rare in this set because I've already experienced something like that with the Ghosts from the Past. So I think this is a fine spot for the Magnificent Mavens. I'll keep it here for now, and we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind as we go. PIXAR below Megatins for me. I hear you, Valor, but the Toy Story cards are so clean. Just the card quality of the PIXAR, man, I think takes it up another notch. The value of the Megatins is what really bumped it up to A tier for me, but the PIXAR also has the value as well, and just fantastic card quality and really unique design. So, but I appreciate your opinion. Next up, we've got Star Wars Topps Chrome Black. And these were cards that I thought were really, really cool. I wanted to get into, but The only card that I really wanted from the set is specifically the Sabine Wren Auto out of 5, and it ended up selling for $300 on eBay. I couldn't rationalize spending $300 on the single. I'm gonna put it behind Darkwing Blast. It wasn't F tier because it's a product that I didn't buy and I didn't even get break spots on, but there was at least one card and I did like the designs on it. There was just a lot of cards that I didn't like the designs of, and I watched a lot of breaks. Too many breaks I watched where I was like, well, I didn't like any of those cards. And I'm also feeling pretty complete with my Star Wars collection, so maybe that's a factor as well. You get more than just one auto in here. You get one auto and then a couple of base cards and then one numbered card as well. But I'll put it above Ultimate Squad, and I'll put it above... I didn't buy it, but it was appealing to me. It's something that maybe I would try and get one card of in 2023 just because I don't have a Topps Chrome Black. I might put it above... Nah, I'm gonna put it here because we'll see how 2023 goes, but for 2022 they didn't get my money. I can't put it higher than that. Under Power of the Elements is Valor for Magnificent Mavens. Yeah, I think I personally like Power of the Elements more. I like the sprites. We got some really big bangers from Power of the Elements, and the Starlight DPE is one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards they've made, so I think for those reasons I've got the Power of the Elements a little higher. Next up, we've got One Piece Paramount War, and this was another one that I did not open. I'm going to put it, and I'm thinking about it as I say that, maybe I shouldn't harshly put the sets in D tier just because I didn't open them, because it was a good set. I was worried about it, though. I'm going to put Paramount War in the C tier because I really did want to open it for the ace, but there's a lot of cards in there that I would have been not happy about, and you only get one hit, and it can be a non-alt, it can be just a regular secret rare, so for that reason it scared me too much to buy a box of, and I'm saving my money for English. I'm going to put Chrome Black in the C tier as... Now, I'll keep it. I'll keep it D, and we'll see how things go. Maybe above Ultimate Squad. Ooh, Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest. How do I feel about Silver Tempest? Silver Tempest was a set that I kind of got spoiled because I opened a bunch of the Japanese beforehand, and then a VMAX Climax, and of Incandescent Arcana, and then I wasn't, and Paradigm Trigger, and so I wasn't as hyped for Silver Tempest. But we did get some fun pulls. I think Silver Tempest I'm gonna put at the bottom of the B tier. I think it's the gatekeeper of the low end of the B tier for me. Next up, we have got Fighter's Ambition. Fighter's Ambition, we just did one booster box of. There was the Gohan rares in here. And I gotta be honest, even though I like the Gohan rares, I didn't like that each box had just one special rare and one Gohan rare. Ultimate Fighters Fighter's Ambition was another one that I'm gonna put in the D tier. I do like the Gohan secret rare, but I didn't like the Cabbage one, or not Cabbage. I forget what his name is. The big Xeno character who's like chained up like he's an insane asylum psychiatric patient. And then there was the, oh my gosh, who was the other secret rare in that set? I'm blanking. I've been thinking of so many TCGs. Cell Max. So maybe because I haven't seen the Dragon Ball superhero movie that this one wasn't higher on my list. I opened up one box from it. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't something that I was excited to buy another box of. And I think Crystal Revenge, kind of same. I feel the same vibes. Crystal Beast. This one, I actually bought a couple booster boxes of because I thought this would be my best chance of getting a Starlight. Spoiler alert, it was not. I'm gonna put it though in the D tier, the top of the D tier, and I'm gonna put it above Pokemon Go because we did get the access code Talker secret rare, and that was a pretty sweet hit. So I think for that reason, I'll put the Crystal Beast there in the D tier. There was a lot of potential that could have been our first Starlight, but hey, 2023 will be the year of the Starlights. Next up, and I kind of wish that I didn't buy as much of this set as I did. I was hoping to at least complete the Crystal Beast, and I couldn't complete the Crystal Beast, and I couldn't complete the Advanced Crystal Beast either. So it's kind of like, kind of a little bit of a negative vibe from this set after opening a couple of booster boxes. All right, we're down to the Elite Four now. And there's no way that I can not put V-Star Universe in the A tier. The only reason I didn't open up more of V-Star Universe is that I knew that Crown Zenith was coming around the corner and I didn't want to spoil the English set for me. But V-Star Universe is absolutely, at the very least, an A tier set. The artwork was incredible. The only reason I'm not putting it higher on the A tier list is that they released it so close to the release of Crown Zenith that it kind of chopped into the enjoyment of it for me a little bit, and I had to be conscious of how much I opened up. But definitely at the very least an A tier, and I might end up moving it up, but it might end up being the gatekeeper of A tier by the end of this. Next up, we have got my new addiction, One Piece Romance Dawn English. And this one is going S tier behind the masterwork. It's going right. I think I'm going to put it behind the masterwork. The reason I'm putting it behind the Masterwork is the Masterwork just has such cool, unique things that you can only get in Masterwork. And my best pull of my life was getting the Mando Cloak Relic on May the 4th on the same day as the Mando sketch. That was an incredible. Ruse can vouch for that one. I was freaking out. I would say Romance Dawn is definitely an S tier. I've master setted the set and then some. I've play setted it. I've got all the alt arts. I'm going to be playing in a tournament February 11th and 12th in Miami for the competitive TCG. I want to host a tournament on the channel. I wanted to do it this month. I think I'm going to push it back a little bit more. I don't know yet exactly when, probably next month, but I want to put some more work into it and not rush it. So I want it to be a good tournament, but I've already got the prize support. It's going to be a booster box. I love this. I love the artwork. I love that we finally got a One Piece card game, and I love that the game is incredibly fun to play. So really, really happy. I enjoy the One Piece card game. I love that it came out. I'm looking forward to collecting more in English. Next up, we have got Final Fantasy Resurgence of Power. And Final Fantasy Resurgence of Power was a fun set to open. I was really excited for the introduction of the Yoshitaka Amano artworks. And I did get one, the Sephiroth, which we then got graded at CGC, and it came back a 10 through the Pokeball as we revealed at the beginning of the stream. But I thought it was going to be more Final Fantasy VII focused than it really was. And the Yuffie signature card wasn't my favorite. So for that reason, this is going to be another set that was the one of done. But I'm going to put it higher. I'm going to put it above. I think we're going to do that. I'm going to put it above the two Dragon Ball Super, because I was happier with it than the Dragon Ball Super, and I liked that it came with the full art promo. But the set missed the mark for me a little bit based on what I thought it was going to be from the advertising and the imaging. I thought it was going to be a lot more Final Fantasy VII Remake oriented. I even played the Final Fantasy VII Remake in anticipation of the game's release, so I was really excited for it. And then I was a little bit like, womp womp, when I saw that it wasn't as much Final Fantasy VII as I thought. We did get the Cloud, we did get the Sephiroth, we did get the Aerith, and we did get the Yuffie, so what am I really complaining about? And all four cards did look cool, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely going to be collecting more Final Fantasy. I'm looking forward to the next set, which is supposed to have a gold stamped Cloud card, and I think that's going to be one that I maybe try and purchase as a single, depending on the price, maybe try and chase. But we will show off. I showed it off earlier. I'll go to the overhead. The Sephiroth from the set that we got in a 10. So very beautiful Yoshitaka Amano artwork. For this alone, this card alone, maybe I should put it higher, but it's one of those sets that I just opened up one booster box of, and then I was like, you know what, I'm good. And I might put it above. I'm going to put it above Pokemon Go, and I'm gonna put it above the Crystal Beast, the Crystal Revenge, because I did like it more than that, enough to at least get a single from it. I'm gonna put it above the Chronicle Blaster as well. Last product that we opened up was the Optic Hobby Box at the very end of the year. 12/21 was when this set released, and what it's special for is the Downtowns. But it's also got some really cool optographs. We got the Brock Lesnar optograph, the Zarbar Breaks, and ooh, nice Sephiroth. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you like the Sephiroth. We got the Yuri Prohaska out of 25 autograph. And then we got the Chuck Liddell. It's hard to see there, but the Purple and Stars autograph. 7 out of 20 on that one. So we had some good openings with Optic. I actually picked up 2 hobby boxes of Optic. One normal and one first of the line. And then I bought it in a couple breaks as well, so I'm working on a video. This one I think is going to end up being the final Ender Gatekeeper of the A tier. I really, really do like the Optic cards. I like that they're higher quality than the Don Russ paper, because the Don Russ, I really like the photos and the artwork that they used for it, but I didn't like the card quality, so I like that this just replaces the bulk with a bunch of high quality cards. I like most of the inserts. The Optograph autos look clean as well. The fighter selection on the autos is really, really nice as well. This is an A tier set for me personally, because it's also a little cheaper as well. I know Prism, really, really hype, but how expensive Prism is kind of bumps it down a little bit. And the fact that Optic is a little bit more in my price range, I really like, and I do really like the Downtowns. I'd love to be able to get the Conor McGregor Downtown, but probably not going to happen. I think that's it. I think I'm happy with this tier list. I'm not going to change anything from here, because as we were talking about things, I'm really happy with where things ended up and the reasons that we gave it. Star Wars Masterwork ended up being my favorite thing to open up in 2022, and I'm not personally surprised at that. I absolutely love Star Wars. It might be my favorite thing ever, so I didn't plan on it being the top here, but I'm not shocked to see it ending up at the top. And Duels from the Deep, I'm not shocked to see that one at the very bottom either, along with their Select H2. So I'm really happy with the tier list. I hope you all enjoyed as well. I definitely want to do more tier list content in the future. Oh my gosh, I've been on the display here. I've been on the card cam. I was on the wrong thing. Here you can see. I'm an idiot. You can see the final tier list here. Here's where we ended up. I put the Optograph. I put it in the final, the Gatekeeper of the A tier here. Here's where we ended up. I'm really happy with this. I think this is where we're going to end things, and we're going to go raid. Let's see if Arya Quinn Plays is still live. I had her set up for a redirect before we started the stream, so I'm going to go see if we can go redirect over to Arya Quinn Plays, see if she's still alive. And I appreciate everyone who enjoyed the stream. I hope that you did. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you can smash that like button. Oh shoot, Arya Quinn Plays is going live tomorrow. Dang it, I set up the wrong day. All right, we're going to do Surge. We're going to do Poke Surge. We're going to go live over to Poke Surge. We're going to raid Poke Surge. I appreciate y'all. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that y'all have a beautiful rest of your day as well. Peace out, everyone. I will see you all Friday. I got a One Piece booster box opening video that we're going to be uploading to the channel. Well, it's already uploaded. It's going to be going live on Wednesday morning. And then we got shorts Tuesday and Thursday as well. So peace out, everyone. And I will see you all Friday. Let's go!